Hey everybody, Kathy Gregory here, and today I'm going to take us south of the border, down Mexico way. Well, that's where I fell in love when stars above came out to play. And now as I wander, my thoughts ever stray south of the border, down Mexico way. She was a vision in old Spanish lace, and just for a tender while I kissed the smile upon her face. For it was fiesta, and we were so gay, south of the border, down Mexico way. Then she smiled as she whispered mañana, never dreaming that we were parting. And I lied when I whispered mañana, for our tomorrow never came. South of the border, I wrote back one J, and there in a veil of white neath candlelight she knelt to pray. But the mission bell told me that I mustn't stay south of the border, down Mexico way. Hi, 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 and here we are, south of the border. Now, part of the border between the United States and Mexico is the Rio Grande River. Rio means river, Grande means very big. So I'm going to do an old song that has the Rio Grande in it. See if you've ever heard it before. I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande, but my legs ain't bow, and my cheeks ain't tan. I'm a cowboy who never saw a cow, never roped a steer, 'cause I don't know how. And I sure ain't fixin' to start right now. Yippee-o-ki, yippee-o-ki, I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande, and I sing my songs in a cowboy band. I know all the songs that the cowboys know, about the big corrals where the doggies go, 'cause I learned them all from the radio. Yippee-o-ki, yippee-o-ki, yippee-o-ki. Now, speaking of cowboys, did you know the original cowboys came from Mexico? They were called vaqueros, and they were everything you ever imagined a cowboy to be. They even came up with some of our cowboy lingo, like rodeo, bronco, lariat, and even stampede. So I thought I would sing you an old traditional Mexican cowboy song now. It's called Hellrancho Grande. I love to roam out yonder, where the buffalo wander, free as an eagle flying, a roping and a tying, a roping and a tying. Give me the wide open spaces, that's just where I know my places. I love the rodeo dilly and the big roundup yearly. I love to roam out yonder, where the buffalo wander, free as an eagle flying, were in Mexico. Because that's the language the song was originally written in. Allá en Hellrancho Grande, allá en donde vivía, había una rancherita que alegre me decía, que alegre me decía, te voy a hacer tus calzones como los puse rancheros de los comienzos de la nada, te los acabo de cuero, allá en Hellrancho Grande, allá en donde vivía, había una rancherita que alegre me decía, que alegre me decía. So many verses to that when you add the Spanish. Excuse me, my hair is falling down. What can you do? It's okay? All right, now, the Rio Grande was not always the border between the United States and Mexico. Let me show you a picture of the original border. Look at that. You see the dotted line? That's our country now. But originally, Mexico had almost half of our country. And, of course, the United States wanted to be independent of Mexico, down to Texas. They wanted their independence, and so that's what started the Mexican-American War. You've heard of that. Let me give you a year on that. It started in 1846. And it ended 2 years later in 1848 with Texas leaving Mexico and becoming part of the United States of America. But now that we're in Mexico, I thought we would go visit a couple of soldiers that had fought in the Mexican-American War. One of them, his name is Fernando. Can you hear the drums, Fernando? I remember long ago another starry night like this. In the firelight, Fernando, you were humming to yourself and softly strumming your guitar. I could hear the distant drums and sounds of bugle calls were coming from afar. They were close enough, Fernando. Every hour, every minute seemed to last eternally. I was so afraid, Fernando. We were young and full of life, and none of us prepared to die. And I'm not ashamed to say the roar of guns and cannons almost made me cry. There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright, Fernando. They were shouting there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. And though we never thought that we could lose, there's no regret. And if I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando. Now we're old and gray, Fernando. Since many years I haven't seen a rifle in your hand. Can you hear the drums, Fernando? Do you still recall the fateful night we crossed the Rio Grande? I can see it in your eyes, how proud you were to fight for freedom in this land. But there was something in the air that night. The stars were bright, Fernando. Well, they were shouting there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. And though we never thought that we could lose, there's no regret. And if I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando. Yes, if I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando. Remember hearing that on the radio? It's by ABBA. They did it in 1976. Well, let's go a little deeper into Mexico. Did you know the two tallest volcanoes in the southern hemisphere are located in Mexico? Their names are Popocatepetl and Iztaccíhuatl. Yes. Now, there is a Mexican legend about how Popocatepetl and Iztaccíhuatl were formed. I'm going to tell it to you, but first let me tell you, Popocatepetl is a soldier in the Aztec army, and Iztaccíhuatl is the chief's beautiful daughter, the princess. And for ease of telling this story, I'm going to shorten Popocatepetl's name to Popo and Iztaccíhuatl's name to Izzy. Okay, well, once upon a time, the Aztec army was at war with another tribe there, and the king wanted the soldiers, of course, to go out and fight. One of those soldiers was Popo. But before Popo left for war, he asked the king for the king's daughter's hand in marriage to marry Izzy. The king said, sure, if you come back from battle victorious. So Popo said, okay, I will. Well, wouldn't you know, Popo's arch rival came in to the picture right away, and he told Princess Izzy that Popo had been killed in battle. Thinking, of course, that the princess would now fall into his arms. But she didn't. She was so heartbroken, she died of a broken heart. And wouldn't you know, soon after, Popo came home. And when he heard about the princess, he was devastated. The legend says he walked the streets night and day for about 3 days, 4 nights, or vice versa. And then he had an idea. He piled 10 hills upon each other, and then he carried the princess's body to the top, to the summit of these hills. He laid her down, and then he knelt down beside her, holding a torch, which would be the eternal flame to guard over her eternal sleep, and to make sure no one ever forgot about the princess. Well, the snow came and it covered their bodies, forming, they say, 2 volcanoes. And let me show you their picture. Can you see? I'm not the best on making these videos, but here is Princess Izzy's body, dead body, and there is Popo guarding over her eternal rest. Now, they say that the volcano Iztaccíhuatl, yeah, you try to say that, Iztaccíhuatl is shaped like a woman laying down asleep. And so it's very appropriate that that is a dormant volcano. And then the other volcano, Popocatepetl, it is said when Popo remembers his deep love for the princess, his hand starts trembling and his torch starts burning, which of course represents the volcano that is still active today, Popocatepetl. That is the end of that legend. But to go along with volcanoes, I thought we would do a traditional Mexican mountain song. It's called Cielito Lindo, which means beautiful sky. I'm going to do it first in English, and then I'll do a little bit in Spanish. There is a secret the mountains have hid from all but the heavenly skies. With hair as black as midnight to match her sparkling dark eyes. Let's sing and not cry. The heart needs a song to brighten it up as the sun lights the heavenly skies. Okay, let's do the traditional Spanish. De la sierra morena, cielito lindo viene bajando. Un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contemplando. Ay, 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 canta, no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. A little bit of that. Let us go on. Pretty hot here, so I figured we'd head towards the beach, towards the coast, to Acapulco. Now, Acapulco's a very beautiful place. In fact, many people have spent their honeymoons there. You ask who? Bridget Bardot, Elizabeth Taylor. She might have had a few there. John and Jackie Kennedy, even Bill and Hillary Clinton. Acapulco is also the name of a hotel there called, Hotel Los Flamingos. Look at that. It's a hot pink hotel. And this was the secret hideaway of the 1950s movie stars. Let me see here. They were called the Hollywood Gang. They were led by John Wayne, Johnny Weissmuller, who played Tarzan, Fred McMurray, Rex Allen, Errol Flynn, Red Skelton, Roy Rogers, Cary Grant, and a host of others. In fact, it's sometimes called La Casa de Tarzan because Johnny Weissmuller spent the last 20 years of his life there. It was also the haunt of a group of actors known as the Rat Pack. Remember them? Here they are. They originated, believe it or not, with Humphrey Bogart, but they are better known for their later members. Who do we have here? Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop. So I thought we would go now to the Hotel Los Flamingos and do a little dancing. I think Dean and Sammy and Frank are singing tonight. Are you ready? Let's do the rumba. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like the lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be out on the floor, but my eyes will be only on you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway I go weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Let me thrill, it's only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. In Spanish, ¿quién será la que me quiera a mí? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será la que me dé su amor? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? Yo no sé si la podré encontrar. Yo no sé, yo no sé. Yo no sé si volvería a querer. Yo no sé, yo no sé. He querido volver a vivir la pasión, el color de otro amor que me hiciera sentir, que me hiciera feliz como ayer lo fui. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Well, before we leave Acapulco, there's something else going on here today. They are shooting a movie, and you know who it stars? Elvis Presley. It's called Fun in Acapulco. So I thought we would go downtown and see if we can catch Elvis filming and maybe hear him sing a song. Ah, there he is now. Look it. He's riding a bicycle with a little Mexican boy on top there, riding on the handlebars. And let's see. Let's listen to the song he's singing. Mexico, Mexico, they got muchas, muchachas, amigos, senoritas, Latin creatures. Never saw such adorable features. It's so nice here, oh what sights here, lots to do, the night's here. We'll live it up and love it up, amigo. Life begins when you're in Mexico. You never order the water when you order south of the border. One tequila makes you feel y and to kiss a lovely senorita, you'll do the mambo, la bamba. You'll learn to shout olé and caramba. I'll go where you go, mi amigo. Life begins when you're in Mexico. Hooray for Elvis Presley and that little boy. Okay, time to move on. Our next stop is Cozumel. And in Cozumel, they have the best snorkeling in Mexico. You know why? Because the Mayan Reef is located there. And a coral reef, is a fabulous place. It's like a hotel for fish. They have all kinds of beautiful fish, like electric orange, electric yellow, electric blue. It's gorgeous. So I thought we would go snorkeling. It's getting hot. Let's head into the water, shall we? Okay. You need your snorkel first. Here's mine, right? There's our snorkel. Put it in our mouth. Make sure your pipe, the tip, sticks out of the water, or you'll get a mouthful of water and maybe a fish or two. And then we have to put on our masks so we can see those fish with our eyes open, not having to close our eyes and squint because we get all that salty water in our eyes. Okay, everybody, you got your mask on? You got your snorkel? Then let's go. Come along and follow me to the bottom of the sea. We'll join in the jamboree at the codfish ball. Lobsters dancing in a row, shuffle off to Buffalo. Jellyfish sway to and fro at the codfish ball. Finnan Hattie lead the eel in an Irish reel. Ah, the catfish is a dancing man, but he can't like the sardine can. Tuna's trucking left and right, minnows mooching, what a night. There will be a hook in sight at the codfish ball. At the codfish ball. At the codfish ball. That song came out a long time ago, in the 30s, and Shirley Temple and Buddy Ebsen danced to it in little sailor suits. Well, Shirley had a little sailor suit. Buddy had a very tall sailor suit, very big. Okay, well, now that we're all refreshed, let's continue on our tour. Our next stop is Ganawato, and there we're going to go see the Alley of the Kiss. Okay, I got another legend for you. First of all, let me, please realize everything is backwards that I see on this screen as I'm recording for you. Here, let me show you. Here we go. Here is the Alley of the Kiss. Now, there is a legend about the Alley of the Kiss, how it got its name. Let me tell you, lots of legends in Mexico. Okay, once upon a time, there was a lovely girl named Anna and a handsome guy, of course they're all lovely and handsome there, named Carlos. When Carlos and Anna first met, it didn't take long for them to fall in love and want to get married. Well, Anna's father was not thrilled at all that that Carlos wanted to marry Anna and Anna wanted to marry Carlos. And he told Carlos that he better stay away from Anna or he's going to send Anna into a convent to live, because he wanted to give Anna away to his rich friend in Spain. Well, of course, Anna and Carlos were not going to let that happen without a fight. So what Carlos did was he rented the room right across from Anna's room, and their balconies hung over the alleyway. In fact, they almost touched. And every night, around midnight, they would meet on their balconies when everyone was asleep, and they would talk about their plans of how they were going to run away and get married. Well, one fateful night, Anna's father heard them shuffling up above him, in the room above him, and in a fit of rage, he grabbed his knife, ran up to Anna's room, and took her life. That's why they say, don't touch weapons while you're in an angry rage. And her lifeless body fell into the arms of Carlos. And Carlos gave those blue beautiful lips of Anna one last kiss over the alleyway. Now, do you remember how to say kiss in Spanish? Beso. And so to say kiss me very much. Oh, what did I do with that? Let's put that back. We have an empty space now. There we go. And kiss me very much is bésame mucho. This is an old song, but it was redone in 1965 by the Beatles also. They recorded it. Are you ready? Bésame, bésame mucho. Each time I cling to your kiss, I hear music divine. Bésame, bésame mucho. Love me forever and say that you'll always be mine. This joy is something new, my arms enfolding you. Never knew this thrill before. Whoever thought I'd be holding you close to me, whispering it's you I adore. Bésame, bésame mucho. Como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Oh, bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo a perderte después. This joy is something new, my arms enfolding you. Never knew this thrill before. Whoever thought I'd be holding you close to me, whispering it's you I adore. Dearest one, if you should leave me, each little dream would take wing, my life would be through. So bésame, bésame mucho. Love me forever and make all my dreams come. Love me forever and make all my dreams come. Love me forever and make all my dreams come true. It's getting hot again. So let's head back to the beach. The beach we're going to now is called Playa Escondida. Playa means beach, Escondida means hidden. And it is on one of the Marietta Islands, which is close to off the coast of Mexico. So we have to take a boat. Here's a boat, everybody in. Now, why is it called Hidden Beach? Because it's hidden in a crater. And so it's invisible from the outside, except if you fly over by airplane. Now, the only way to get into it, into this beach, is by swimming or kayaking through a tunnel, a long underwater tunnel that has only 6 feet of airspace above the water. Oh, here we are. That wasn't so bad, was it? I know you thought it would be worse. Oh, look at the water. Looks like crystal. And the sand, it's all sugary. Now, when a storm hits, oh, you can't see it? Okay. Here you go. Look at that. Do I have it the right way? Yes. Look at that. That's the mouth of the crater. Oh, look it. Is that gorgeous or what? Now listen to this. I'll hold this up for a little bit more. Whenever a bad storm hits, the beach, most of it is washed away. It goes back into the Pacific Ocean. And it takes about several months for a new beach to deposit. But with that new beach comes a new slew of seashells. So I thought while we're here at Playa Escondido, we would go shell seeking. Here's your pail. Let's go look for some pearly shells from the ocean, lighting the sun, covering the shore. When I see them, well, my heart tells me that I love you more than all those pearly little shells. For every grain of sand upon the beach, well, I got a kiss for you, and I got more left over for each star that twinkles in the blue. Pearly shells on the ocean, from the ocean, they're shining in the sun. Oh, they're covering the shore. But when I see them, well, my heart tells me that I love you more than all those pearly little shells. Oh, we found a ton. Bring them home as souvenirs so we will never forget our trip together. Oh, hope you didn't hear that. My stomach is starting to growl. So for dinner, I thought we would go to Puerto Vallarta and maybe get a little, I'm saying one thing, my itinerary says another. I'm going to follow what I say. Puerto Vallarta. And there we're going to meet a young lady who sells enchiladas. What is an enchilada? It's a corn tortilla wrapped around a filling and covered with chili pepper sauce. The filling could be a variety of things, including meat, cheese, beans, potatoes, vegetables, seafood, or combinations. Oh, there she is now. Let's go see her. Say, come along, I'm the enchilada girl. Filling the air with the song of the enchilada girl. Come take a taste of the stuff that I make like no one can. Enchiladas, so nice and hot. Enchiladas, I got. You ask how I make them? Like this. First you take a chili pepper, then a little spice, throw a little salt in. That's nice. A bit of Tabasco and vinegar too, and a lot of hot mustard's good for you. Another chili pepper, stir like mad. Take a little taste, not bad. Bit more Tabasco, maybe a clove. A little gasolina. Oh, that's for the stove. Enchiladas, so nice and hot. Enchiladas, I got. Enchiladas, so nice and hot. Enchiladas, I got. A little too hot for me. But it's always good to try something new. Well, the sun is starting to set. Let's head over to the beach, shall we? And just watch the sunset. Oh, look out there on the water. I see some red sails in the sunset. See them? Way out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. He sailed at the dawning. All day I've been blue. Red sails in the sunset. I'm trusting in you. Swift wings you must borrow. Make straight for the shore. We marry tomorrow, and he goes sailing no more. Red sails in the sunset. Oh, right out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. Remember that? That originally came out in 1935, and then Nat King Cole did it in 1951. Well, night is falling fast, but we're not going to bed. There is a vibrant nightlife over here in Puerto Vallarta. So, put on your dancing clothes and follow me, 'cause I know a dark, secluded place, a place where no one knows your face. A glass of wine, a fast embrace. It's called Hernando's Hideaway. Ole, all you see are silhouettes, and all you hear are castanets, and no one cares how late it gets. Not at Hernando's Hideaway. At the Golden Finger Bowl, or any place you go, you will meet your Uncle Max and everyone you know. But if you go to the spot that I'm thinking of, you will be free to gaze at me and talk love. Just knock 3 times and whisper low that you and I were sent by Joe. Then light a match and you will know you're in Hernando's Hideaway. Ole, just knock 3 times and whisper low that you and I were sent by Joe. Then light a match and you will know you're in Hernando's Hideaway. Ole. Yes, I have given up trying to do perfect videos, because I just can't. And if I try, I will be re-recording and re-recording and re-recording for who knows how long. So just deal with me, please, and my imperfections. But again, we are friends, and friends, they excuse each other, don't they? They just have fun. Oh my goodness, so look at the time. We've been dancing all night, but I had a feeling this would happen, and so I have reserved us hammocks on the Isla Mujeres, means the Isle of Women. Yeah, guys, the Isle of Women, but it's not just filled with women. But it is a beautiful place with historic charm and a laid-back atmosphere. Lots of good places to eat and shop, and a great place to take a siesta. So let's go to our hammocks, shall we? Oh, look at it. There they are. Oh, boy. Does that look relaxing? Look at the water. beautiful white sands. And you know what? I say, if we have anything we have to do today, let's put it off until tomorrow. Now, let's see how well you know your Spanish. How do you say tomorrow in Spanish? Do you remember? That's right. Some of you got it. Mañana. And wouldn't you know, is it Peggy Lee wrote a song? Yes, she wrote a song and sang it. And it was called Mañana. Are you ready? The faucet, she is dripping, and then she's falling down. My pocket needs some money, but I can't go into town. My brother isn't working, and my sister doesn't care. The car, she needs a motor, so we can't go anywhere. Mañana, mañana, mañana is soon enough for me. My mother's always working, she's working very hard, but every time she looks for me, I'm sleeping in the yard. My mother thinks I'm crazy, and maybe she is right. I'll go to work mañana, but I gotta sleep tonight. Mañana, mañana, mañana is soon enough for me. The window, she is broken, and the rain is falling in. If someone doesn't fix it, I'll be soaking to my skin. But if we wait a day or two, the rain may go away, and we don't need a window on such a sunny day. Mañana, mañana, mañana is soon enough for me. Mañana, mañana, mañana is soon enough for me. Oh, say goodbye now. Say goodbye to that beautiful hammock. Because we've had our rest and we have to continue our tour of Mexico. Our next stop is a place called Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza is a city that was built long ago by the Mayan Indians. That was another tribe from Mexico. And here it is now. Now, believe it or not, look at, can you see, it's not the best picture, but it was the only one I could find that would show us most of the city. Most pictures you find just show you this huge pyramid in the middle of the city, which is something. And boy, by the time you walk up, there are a ton of stairs. People on this picture are like microscopic. By the time you get up there to the tippity top, you are exhausted and pretty sweaty. But we're not going to do that. Instead, we are going to go to the observatory, which is somewhere on this property. Now, the Mayan Indians were very interested in the stars and the planets and their movements around the sun, because that's how they gauged their holidays and celebrations. It was that was the basis of their calendar. Okay, so let's go to the observatory, and we're going to climb up this spiral staircase. Kind of reminds you of a snail shell, and that's why it's called El Caracol, which means the snail. And let's go looking at those stars, shall we? Let's see, what are you in the mood for? A peppy song or a slow song? Let's do peppy. Yeah, I told you. This is not perfect. But as long as we're together, who cares? And it is worth me taking out that other song to do this one. It was a hit for Perry Como. Here we are at the top of the observatory. But don't let the stars get in your eyes. Don't let the moon break your heart. But love blooms at night and daylight dies. Don't let the stars get in your eyes or keep your heart from me. For someday I'll return and you know you're the only one I'll ever love. Too many nights, too many stars, too many moons could When the stars come out, remember you are mine. Don't let the stars get in your eyes. Don't let the moon break your heart. For love blooms at night, in daylight it dies. Don't let the stars get in your eyes, or keep your heart from me. For someday I'll return, and you know, you're the only one I'll ever love. Oh yeah, that was a good choice. Well, you know where we haven't been yet? We haven't been to the capital of Mexico, which is Mexico City. That's a good name for it. Now, Mexico City has the largest bull ring in Mexico. And, you know, I'm not into bullfights. I really am not. Because it always ends with somebody. There's always a winner and a loser. And I neither enjoy having the loser be the matador or the bull. Or the bull or the matador. There. Good. There's a bull and a matador. But I'm going to sing you a story that has a little bit of an ending. A little happier. And I guess it's not totally happy. That's okay. It's just a song. And it's from Elvis's movie again, Fun in Acapulco. Are you ready? There's a legend of a famous matador who went to meet El Toro, though he fought as he had never fought before. He could not beat El Toro. The bull El Toro brought him defeat and pain, and to his sorrow the matador knew shame. They said time would never heal the many scars brought by the great El Toro, and the bitterness that burned deep in his heart caused him to hate El Toro. The bull El Toro brought him defeat and shame and pain, and to his sorrow the matador knew shame. And so one night, when no one was in sight, the matador went to settle the score. In the lonely fields, beneath the pale moonlight, he sought the bull, and they fought once more. When they found the matador and saw him die, he'd never see tomorrow. And they say on the spot where he was lying now walks the great El Toro. The bull El Toro brought him defeat and pain, and to his sorrow the matador knew shame. Fun song. Nice to have the bull win once in a while. Oh, do you hear what I hear? I hear a mariachi band. There they are. Look at them. Got their guitars, and one has a trumpet there. Look like a bunch of nice fellows. And sounds like they're singing a song about a bug, a cockroach. And I know some of you know how to say cockroach in Spanish. La cucaracha. I'm gonna do the first little bit in Spanish, and then I'm going to redo it in English and add some English verses that I came up with. You ready? La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar, porque no tiene por qué la falta las dos patitas de straw, which means the cockroach, basically, where's he going, where's he been? If you don't catch him, if you don't stop him, his friends and family will move in. It's not funny, but it's true. Cockroaches love you. If you don't sweep the crumbs off the floor, haven't sung this for a while, you'll see many, many, many more. La cucaracha, where's he going, where's he been? If you don't catch him, if you don't stop him, his friends and family will move in. The cockroach is a dancer, a very, very fancy prancer. So when he stops to do the cha-cha, squash him quickly and say gotcha. La cucaracha, I don't know, we're doing Spanish or English. Let's do Spanish. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar, porque no tiene, porque la falta las dos patitas de straw. Probably do better in English. Last time, the cockroach, where's he going, where's he been? If you don't catch him, if you don't stop him, his friends and family will move in. Well, it's the truth. And look at our Mariachi Band. They are dressed as three gentlemen, three caballeros, in their sombreros and serapes, which are these colorful blankets. They're ponchos, but right now they have them folded, put on their shoulder. Beautiful. So let's do a little bit of this song that Walt Disney came out with when it did an animated movie about three pirates called The Three Caballeros. We're three caballeros, the gay caballeros, they say we are birds of a feather. We're happy amigos, no matter where he goes. They're 1, 2, and 3 goes, we're always together. We're three happy chappies and snappy serapis. You'll find us beneath our sombreros. We're brave and we'll stay so. We're bright as a peso. Who say so? We say so. The three caballeros. Ah, we have the stars to guide us. Guitars here beside us to play as we go. We sing and we samba, we shout, ay caramba. What means ay caramba? Oh yes, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do you? But we'll shout it anyway. Ay caramba. Oh, look at Mexico City, all decorated with flowers. But they're not real flowers. Yeah, pick one. They're tissue paper flowers. You see that? Isn't that beautiful? Lots of these tissue paper flowers. And why? Because making paper flowers is a tradition that started in Mexico over 200 years ago. They're used to decorate parties and weddings and religious celebrations. Now, roses have a significant place in Mexican religious traditions. Most of these that I picked here, that I have around me, are roses. And let me tell you one last legend, because it has roses in it. It is the legend of the Virgin of Guadalupe. Uh, Once upon a time, there was this peasant named Juan Diego. As he was walking down the dirt path, the Virgin of Guadalupe appeared unto him. And she said, Juan Diego, go to the bishop and tell him to build me a beautiful shrine so that my people can worship me and I can meet them there. And Juan Diego said, well, bishop's not going to listen to me. She said, go, Juan Diego, it's fine. So he went, and of course the bishop did not even stop or look at this little peasant, Juan Diego. So Juan Diego came back to the Virgin and said, no, it didn't work. He wouldn't talk to me, he wouldn't even look at me. So she said, well, go again, try again, First you don't succeed, try again. So I said, all right, I'll go. So he went, and he tried to catch up with him, but his little legs were so short compared to the bishop's long legs, and he couldn't even catch up with him. So he came back to the Virgin and said, no, it's not going to work. I can't even keep up with him. And she said, okay, Juan Diego, I want you to go one more time. You will have a meeting with him. I will make sure. And when you do, don't worry that he won't believe you, because I'm going to give you proof that you spoke to me. And so she said, Juan Diego, go up on the hill there and pick me a bouquet of roses. Well, that sounds easy enough, except upon the hill there was snow covering all the flowers, everything. And, it's not very good for the flowers. But he found the roses there growing and blooming beautifully in spite of all the snow and the cold. So he picked a bouquet and he brought it to the Virgin. She said, Juan Diego, open your coat there, your cloak. And he did. And she took each rose and she placed it carefully within his cloak. Then she closed the cloak and said, okay, you go find the bishop and you show him, if he doesn't believe you that you met me, you show him the roses. So Juan Diego said, all right, I'll try again. Well, he did find the bishop, and the bishop did stop and listen to him this time. He actually cornered him. But anyway, of course the bishop didn't believe him. So Juan Diego said, I have proof. He opened his cloak, and there were the roses, forming an image of the Virgin of Guadalupe. Well, needless to say, the bishop believed him, and a shrine being built was underway very fast. So let's sing a song, a Mexican flavored song that has a rose in it. Mexicali rose, stop crying, I'll come back to you one sunny day. Every night you'll know that I'll be sighing, every hour, year while I'm away. Dry those big brown eyes and smile, dear. Banish all those tears, please don't cry. Kiss me once and then and hold me. Mexicali rose, goodbye. Mexicali rose, I'm leaving. Don't feel blue. Mexicali rose, stop breathing, 'cause I love you. When the dove of love is winging through and through the blue, through and through the blue, all the castles you've been building will come true. Oh, Bing Crosby did that, 1923, and a bunch of other people did too. Oh my goodness! Do you know what? They're having a fiesta! That's why all the flowers are all around today. Fiesta, big party. and it's in our honor. Oh, let's head over there, shall we? In the heat of the night, we are having a fiesta. We'll dance until siesta when the sun comes alive. In the heat of the night, we are having a fiesta. Let's dance until siesta when the sun comes alive. Oh, I've been waiting for summertime to come. Walks on beaches, lying in the sun. There's people, music playing, people everywhere. There's a feeling of excitement spreading through the air. And when the sun goes down, we're having fun, 'cause there will be a party going on. In the heat of the night, we are having a fiesta. We'll dance until siesta when the sun comes alive. In the heat of the night, we are having a fiesta. We'll dance until siesta when the sun comes alive. Oh, oh, oh. That's a song, which a lot of these I only play about once a year, so please forgive me for my little bloopers there. Oh, but look it. We're in time for the Mexican hand clapping song. Oh, look it. Look it. Look it. There's a dancer right there. And she's beautiful. Look at that dress. Put her back there. So, are you ready to join in the Mexican hand clapping song? It's called Chipanacas. Music means joy, so clap hands, clap, clap. Each gal and guy now clap hands, clap, clap. Let's all be gay and clap hands, clap, clap. Let's dance away and clap hands, clap, clap. While there's music, there's dancing. While there's dancing, there's love light. In this love light, my heart has a chance. 2, 3, 10, love has found me. While your arms are around me, and the dawn ends the dream and the dance. Here we go. Let's do it again. Are you clapping out there? Music means joy, so clap hands, clap, clap. Each gal and guy now clap hands, clap, clap. Let's all be gay and clap hands, clap, clap. Let's dance away and clap hands, clap, clap. While there's music, there's magic. While there's magic, there's love light. In this love light, my heart has a chance. 2, 3, 10, love has found me. While your arms are around me, and the dawn ends the dream, and the dance music brings romance. I hope you were clapping. I would clap, but it's kind of hard to clap and play guitar at the same time. Let's look at the time here. Oh, about time we end up heading back to Connecticut. You know, well, I see what you see, and I see some of my hair falling down. One more clip up all that dancing, you know. Okay, so we do have to leave Mexico now and head back to Connecticut. So that means we have to say goodbye to all our new friends. But we're not just going to say adios. We're going to say something even more special. We're going to say vaya con Dios, which means go with God. And we're going to sing a song that Les Paul, yeah, you know Les Paul, developed the best electric guitar. And his lovely wife, Mary Ford, came out with in 1953. She was a very good singer. Are you ready? Now the hacienda's dark, the town is sleeping. Now the time has come to part, the time for weeping. Vaya con Dios, my darling. the lonely mission bells are softly ringing. If you listen with your heart, you'll hear them singing. Playa con Dios, my darling. Playa con Dios, my love. Wherever you may be, I'll be beside you. Although you're many million dreams away, each night I'll say a prayer to guide you, to hasten every lonely hour of every lonely day. Now the dawn is breaking through gray tomorrow, but the memories we share are there to borrow. Playa con Dios, my darling. Playa con Dios, my love. Playa con Dios, mi vida. Playa con Dios, mi amor. And that's it. That's the end of our day trip. That was a couple days, wasn't it? To Mexico. And thank you for coming with me. I hope you had a good time. And if you're like me, you learned quite a bit about the place, the history and the legends. And you know, I think it's good to end up a little smarter than we were an hour ago. Don't you think? Okay, I will go. I could talk to you forever, really. But I must stop because they're waiting for this video so they can send the link to you. Okay? Bye. Vaya con Dios.